guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And today we are checking out a Saviland nail polish collection. They did send this over to me to try, so thank you, Saviland. I'm not entirely sure what we have in here, so we are going to open it and we're going to check it out and we're going to do some nails. Let's have a look. I do love this packaging. It's so pretty. It does say it is 7 days plus long lasting. If you prep your nails well, your polish can last a while. Plant-based nail polish, has castor oil and vitamin E. Little information here on the back about their formula, their contact details, how to use, all that good stuff. Now, this is available on Amazon. I will have a link in the description. If you are new to nail polish and you're still building your collection, these Saviland kits, or well, collections, are a great way to do that. They are affordable and they're quality polishes. I have a few already. There is actually a whole Saviland playlist if you want to check out their stuff, but there's nail polishes already. Let's see what we've got in here. All right, the big reveal. Okay. All right, so we have top coat, base coat, and some colors. We've got 2 purples, 2 blues. We've got this green, a yellow. This might be in the orange family. This is definitely in the orange family. A couple of reds and a couple of pinks. Some of these are glitter, some of these are creams. We're gonna make some swatches. Let me pop all these out of here. All right, so let's have a look. This is our first one. It is this purple. It's called lavender. All right, so this one is a cream color. It is a little bit sheer, but not super sheer. I think 2 coats would be the right amount of coats to get opacity, but if you do want to use it in a more sheer style, you can. It doesn't seem to be patchy, so that's really good. I like that. I like the brush. The formula is a thin-ish viscosity, so it's not goopy, but it's also not so thin that it's runny or streaky. All right, let's look at this one next. This one is a purple, but it has holographic glitter. It's called laser purple. Now, glitters are typically a thicker formula, and you can feel that on here. You can also see that the actual base of the polish is clear. So it's purple glitter that's giving it this purple color, as well as the holographic glitter. So because this formula is on this clear base, you could actually just use this as a topper, or you can use it independently with a see-through look, or you could even build up the glitter for a more opaque full glitter nail. Whether you do that with coats or with the sponge method, either works. We've got this blue one here. It's called Sky Blue. And this one is another nice cream formula. Blues, purples, and greens are typically my favorite shades when it comes to nail polishes. So I am quite pleased with what we've looked at so far. Now, when it comes to blues, this is actually a shade of blue that I really like. It is light and it is vibrant, and I am a huge fan of this. Now, again, I would recommend 2 coats on these cream polishes. We have another glitter. This one is a blue. This one doesn't appear to be hollow though. It looks like it's silver and blue, but the glitter pieces are larger than the last one. This one is called Glitter Turquoise. So this one is another one that does have that sheer base, so that you could use it as a topper, or you could use it independently just for glitter. Now, these glitters do appear to be a bit more sparse, so you would want to build it up if you want to do a clear glitter nail, but those are really pretty. They are sparkly. I think for me, I would probably be more inclined to use it as a full glitter nail than the sparse design, unless I was putting it on top of a complementary but drastically different color so that it does stand out. Okay, now we've got this one that's kind of between a blue and a green. It's called Light Turquoise. This is another one of the cream finish ones. It is actually applying really smoothly and really consistently. That is quite pretty. Now when I look at the screen, it looks a little bit more blue to me, but I think in the playback it might be more true to color. I don't know why it's like that. It's hard to estimate on these things sometimes, but I like this one a lot. It's not too similar to that other light blue, but it does look really nice, especially for the spring season. All right, now we've got this yellow one. So yellows are the type of color that you either love or you hate, and there are different types of yellows. So this is not a neon. This is more of like a muted, squashy fall time yellow, but it is light enough that you could use it for spring, though it's not pastel. It does have that nice creamy formula that we have been looking at. Definitely would recommend 2 coats, just like the other creams. It's not streaky, but it is a little bit see-through. All right, now we've got this orange. It's almost a salmon-y orange, but it is called pastel orange. This one is also this nice cream formula. I actually really like this shade of orange. It's not neon, so it's not like too strong, but it's also not like too red or too dark. So it's not fall time orange per se. This one is really useful for spring, summer, but not neon summer. Be complementary to a nice pastel set or something floral. We do, however, have this bright orange. It's just called orange. So this one is a cream as well. If you're going for something a little more traffic cone, this one is your guy. It is a little bit sheer, so definitely do want to build up that opacity, or if you want to use it in its sheerest form, you definitely can. It does kind of remind me of like tomato soup color, and the consistency is a little bit thicker than some of those others. Not sure why. Not goopy thick, but it does feel a little bit more viscous when you pull the brush across. Okay, we're getting to the reds now. This is a bright red. It's called apple red, and that makes sense. All right, so this one actually is a bit more of a jelly since I'm looking at it. Like it's like a crelly, really, because it's not super see-through, but it absolutely is. I think even if you put 2 coats on, it may stay semi-see-through. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I've got cream reds, but a nice jelly red is good to have. You just don't always have a smooth finishing red jelly, but they're super useful. I like this a lot. Okay, we've got another glitter. So this one does appear to have some hollow glitters in it as well. This one is called Laser Pink. All right. So like the Laser Purple, this one does have that sheer base, but this base does appear to have a little bit of a pink tint to it. You would still be able to use this as a topper, but it would alter the color that you're putting it on top of, which is totally fine. Or you can build this up and just do a glitter nail with it. That's pretty cute. It's subtle, but nice, and I like the sparkle that it gives. Okay, now we have this pink. This one is called Hot Pink. It is another cream, and this one does appear to be a nice opaque cream. You could even get away with 1 coat on this one, actually. It did apply really silky. I like the way that felt. It is more hot pink in real life. Now what I'm looking at in the screen is a bit more dusty and a little bit more purple leaning, but the playback may give the hot pink. We'll see. But if you're like that Barbie pink type of girl, this is probably something you would like a lot. And then last but not least, we have this one, which in my opinion is kind of a light purple, but the label calls it blush pink. This one is also a nice cream. It is going on there real silky and smooth. This one I would definitely recommend the 2 coats for full opacity. It's not a jelly, so it doesn't give that jelly sheerness, but it is a little bit see-through, and I think I at least would prefer that at full opacity. It is a very nice color, and it's very light. It would not be a nude, but it is a subtle pink if you want to keep it low-key. All right, so those are the polishes. We've had a little look at them. I've got this hand here. We're gonna do some nails, but what should we do? Pause now and let me know what you think we should do as far as a design with these colors that we have here. And then we'll resume and see what I actually do. Let's go check that out. All right, so I've made a decision. I'm gonna use the reds and we're gonna do a little bit of nail stamping for decoration. But first, let's get these on. Now I've already got my base layer put down. You guys know I do a peel off because I like to change my nails constantly. So that is already done. Let's just get this applied. We're gonna use the creamy, crelly one for the 3 main fingers, and then we're gonna do the glittery one built up a little bit for our accent nails. Sorry, that seemed to have slid out of the view, but that's cute. I like it. I will be doing 2 coats of these. And then here's our glitter. We're gonna be doing at least 2 coats of this one. I might end up doing a little bit more, but I kind of just want to assess once we get the 2 coats on there. All right, so here's what we've got. I did 2 coats on the creamy fingers. You can see through it when there's light, but at the angle that we're at, you're not gonna see through it. You can barely see that visible nail line, or at least I can. I went ahead and did 3 coats on these glittery ones just because I wanted the vibrancy to kind of keep up with these other ones. When it was mostly see-through, it was a lot more subdued, and so I wanted it to be just a little bit more similar, and I think this looks great. You can still see through it. It is still nice and glittery. We do need to top coat these in. We're gonna use the Saviland top coat that it came with. This is not my favorite top coat, but it's an okay top coat. So we're gonna put this on real quick, and then once this is dry, it will be time to pop on some nail stamps. I'm gonna go ahead and get those picked up and painted off camera while this is drying. That way when we come back, we can just get them applied. You guys have seen me do nail stamping before. I do have videos that I do that in, and live streams if you want to go check that out for more details about how I do nail stamping. All right, so that's on there. That's going to be a minute to dry. If you wanted to just stop here, you absolutely could. These look fantastic. This is a complete nail set, but you know me, I gotta do the most. So I'm gonna have some nail art and we'll be back in a moment for that. And we're back. Let me tell you about my adventure. So while I was making my stamps, I accidentally stuck my lint roller to this nail and just like peeled up a patch of nail polish. So I had to patch it. So like, if you can tell, it's more opaque here. That's why. So that was delightful. I did make these, and I actually used this polish for the bows. We're gonna go in with our sticky base, put some of that on the nail, give it about 30 seconds to get nice and tacky so that those stamps will stick, and then we'll just get those popped on there. All right, let's put them on. We're gonna do this skull that I made for this one. I'm gonna look down the center and try and line it up like that. Real cute. Perfect. Just make sure it's on there good. Loving it. I think the opacity of it being a solid with stamping polish on top of this like sheer glitter really brings it out. That's so cute. And then I've got a bow that I made for this one. Let's try and line that up as well. I think I just want to kind of stick it here in the middle. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Loving it. I do like to check the sides and see if they're kind of equal distances, and it seems to be. And then we're gonna have to go in with our smudge-free top coat to protect these before we go in with a final top coat so that we don't melt our art. Of course, if you wanted to add stamps to all of your nails, you can. I just felt like keeping it a little bit simple on this one. I think these look really cute, actually. Very quick, very easy nail set to do, especially if you don't mess things up and have to fix it. I like this little collection of polishes we've got. It is very seasonally appropriate. Again, I'll have it linked if you want to pick this up for yourself. I don't have a discount code for Saviland, unfortunately, but the Amazon link will be an affiliate link, so that does support me if you choose to use it. And while you're in the description, go ahead and check out what other things I have down there. There are discount codes, there are brands, there are links to my socials. Definitely be following those as well. Let's have a little look here. What do you think? I love it. I think it is so adorable, and I love how bright these colors are. They actually would work really well in the summer also. And I like the jelliness of these solid reds. With jelly formulas, they look squishy, and so I think that is added value really for this set. I am a very satisfied customer of mine. But that's really it for this review. Let me know what you think of the polishes. Let me know what you think of the nails for sure. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you made it to the end, leave me a skull emoji. Let me know, and then definitely leave me your comments. I love to read them, and hit that like button if you did like this video. The algorithm thanks you, and so do I. Make sure you're subscribed so you're not missing my content. Check out the channel memberships. We do have a couple of different levels available with different perks. See if any of those are right for you. If you do decide to join, I appreciate you, and I would love to have you. Hope to see you at my members only content. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.